What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pace Studio here in Midtown Manhattan. We're here on a Monday with Durand, Jones, and the Indications. Guys, thank you so much for coming by and playing some songs for us today. You're going to brighten up our Monday. You guys put out a self-titled record last year. You're touring on that. And I think you're going to do a couple songs from that record, plus one that we haven't heard before, or at least I haven't heard before. So tell us a little bit about the first one you're going to do for us today.
This first tune is titled Smile. We wrote it in Aaron and Kyle's basement in Bloomington. It was really funny because I just came up with the line, asked me how I'm doing. I smile and say just fine, because I was going through a lot of stuff in grad school, and Aaron kind of like fed off of that, and basically I guess I created this song with these lyrics about loving someone who's struggling with addiction. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Ask me how I'm doing. I smile and say just fine. There ain't no need to ask me, brother, what I've been doing to pass the time. I lay awake at night, still falling under your spell. What once a home is again my lonely prison cell. Try to get by just for a while, to hide my pride, pain on my smile. Too late to say I'm sorry, with a guilt that I can't say, yeah. Upon you just your arms folded, with the bottle in your hand. The devil makes his mark, the needle takes its stroll. I told you that I forgive, but that won't save your soul. No, no, no. Just for a while, to hide my pride, pain on my smile, smile, yeah. Try to get by, yeah, just for a while, to hide my pride, pain on my smile. Smile. All these people think I'm crazy. I smile and say just fine. I saw the cruelness of addiction. I saw you fade away with time. Try to get by just for a while. To get by, yeah, yeah, yeah. To hide my pride, pain on my smile, smile. Oh, 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 yeah. Try to get by, yeah, just for a while. Come on. Whoa.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much.
So you were talking about Bloomington, Indiana,
Yeah.
right? And you guys all went to school there at the university, and I think you're all graduates of the Jacobs School of Music there, yeah?
Yeah.
So that makes me curious about, like, in journalism, a lot of journalists will go to journalism school, and then a lot of journalists will say you do not have to go to journalism school to be a journalist. So I'm curious, like, in your guys' line of work with the music that you make, what has that education added to the music that you make and how you do your thing?
Well, it's funny that you say, like, a journalist doesn't have to go to journalism school to be a journalist. I went to IU to be a classical saxophonist. I had no intention of being a singer, and I was in the IU Soul Review, and I was writing horn charts for the band, and they were short on guy singers that year, and the director knew that I sang in bands back down in Louisiana, so he asked me to sing, and I reluctantly said yes. This dude heard me and told me he wrote soul tunes, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do them. But I didn't have any friends, and it was a real easy way to make a friend, and it's kind of how I met these guys, and I can't really speak about the recording arts. All of these guys are recording arts majors, where they were recording arts majors, so I'm sure they can give more insight into that aspect of Jacobs than I could. Yeah.
Well, just in terms of, like, how you guys made a record, like, you feel like you really kind of, like, relied on your education, or was this something that you feel like you could have kind of intuited, just being as musical and as talented as you guys are? How much of that really came into the process?
I feel like, can you hear me from here? Is that okay?
We'll see.
I feel like what we learned in school is just how to, like, put words to, like, what you're hearing, and I think when you can put words to something, it's easier for you to detect it. Like, language influences thought and all that. But I think that you definitely don't need to go to music school for sure to make music, and I don't think you need to go to recording school to record. I think it's about, like, the time that you put in between the classes, and these guys are, like, really tremendous engineers, and I feel like I learned from just watching them and hanging out with them as much as, like, any class for sure.
Right, so it's the people you meet, really.
Yeah.
Which is, honestly the same as it works, not to beat this journalism metaphor to death, but that's what happens in journalism school. It's not really the education you get, it's the people you meet along the way and what you're able to collaborate on as you go. Anyway, tell us about the next song you're going to do from either from the record, or I don't know if this is the new one.
Yeah, this one's from the record, and Aaron sings it, so I'm going to let him talk a little bit about it. Trade Spaces.
All right. Yeah, when I wrote this song, it was originally it was going to be a demo for Durand, and we just recorded a demo and liked how it sounded, so with me singing, and we left it on the record, and yeah, it's called Is It Any Wonder?
Cool.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
This road is gonna take us back now. You look so fine
Thanks, man. That sounded great.
Thank you.
Lovely falsetto. So you guys are going to do one more. Before you do, I'm curious about the music you're making nowadays. So this record, the self-titled record, has been out for about a year. And that was a record that you guys made kind of anonymously. No one was expecting it. Kind of came out of nowhere. No one, you guys, now you're like a professional concern. You're out on the road. So this next record, you know, you're making it a little bit more of a spotlight. People are expecting another great record. So how does that change the process, you know, from this one going back to the last one?
We felt like the process of putting out the first album, the songwriting, the producing, it was so organic, and I love the quote, "If it ain't broke, no need for fixing."
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just really just trying to create that essence, that feeling that we got from writing the first tunes. I think now we are a little more confident. Terry Cole from Coal Mine Records, I think I can speak for all of us when I say that he believed in this album more than we did. We didn't think that we had a concise album to put out with the songs, but he did. And I'm so thankful.
Yeah. Is there something to that feeling? Like if you guys, you know, you're making these songs just because out of love, and you don't know really what you have on your hands, is there something about that kind of environment that makes for great art, and it's tough to maybe recapture that, you know, that sense of like, we're just doing this because we're getting together as friends and it's Sunday night and, you know, that kind of thing?
It means a little bit more nowadays. Would you like to add something, Blake? No?
I'm not much of a talker.
But yeah, it definitely, the pressure's on a little bit more nowadays, but often, you know, especially like going from town to town, city to city, I constantly remind myself that, you know, I do this because I love it and there's no other reason.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. So that's
yeah, cool. So you guys are going to do one more for us, and I think this is the new one, the unreleased.
Yeah.
So we're excited to hear it. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So we were all in Chicago. This was right before we started a tour out in March, and we're at Blake's pad, and he just started playing these chords, and he sang this hook, and I just went with what he had. Aaron joined in and helped me refine the lyrics, and it's a little bit of a sweeter sound, which I think is what we're gonna try to go for on our next album, because I think we're all fans of that sweet soul.
Yeah.
So.
All right, cool.
So tired of people wondering what I'm doing, but I'm waiting for you. And girl, I waste my time and spend it on my wishes, baby. Just wishing that you're waiting too. Oh, baby, girl, you know I'm waiting. You know I'm waiting, girl. You know I can't sugarcoat it. I'm devoted to the notion of me and you, and I'm hoping that you're open of your heart, 'cause you feel it too. Oh, my mother, you'd wrap me in the feelings that I feel, and my father, well, he told me, boy, those feelings ain't real. So I'm waiting for you, girl. Come and find me, so I can leave this lonely world world behind me. Oh, so I'm waiting. Oh yeah. Girl, you know I'm a waiting. Oh, I get so tired of baby, 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 baby. Yeah. You know I get so tired sitting here at night, wishing and wondering and dreaming when you'll be by my side. You know I get so tired sitting here alone, wondering why you ain't never come along. Oh baby, girl, you know, yeah. Yes, you know I'm waiting. Oh. So tired of, girl, you know I'm waiting. Won't you hurry up and come on? Yes, you know I'm waiting. Hey, waiting on my truth. Yes, you know I'm waiting. On my truth. Oh, waiting on my truth. Girl, you know I'm waiting. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, guys. That sounded great. Love
Thanks
it.
so much.
So you guys are touring around on that self-titled record. You guys you got a show tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Brooklyn at Rough Trade, yeah?
Yeah.
And then more dates around the East, I think, coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, we're playing at Mercury Lounge tonight at 8. Rough Trade tomorrow. And then we're going to shoot up to Boston. And then we get to go home for a little bit.
Well, in the meantime, everyone should check out Durand Jones and theindications.com for more dates and music and news and stuff. And so, guys, you know, have fun in New York while you're here. And thanks so much for making Paste, you know, a stop on the way. We really appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you, Paste.
Yeah, man. Come back anytime.